This week's Terriermon Assistant program focused on the newly announced Digimon game revealed during the State of Play event, Digimon Storytime Stranger, set to release this year. This time, English subtitles were available right from the moment it was posted, highlighting the global significance of the video and showing that it was well prepared in advance. And we're not gonna lie, we were craving more details about this game. Terriermon started by reading official notes authorized by Bandai about the game. It will introduce a never-before-seen digital world with diverse landscapes and unique atmospheres. The battle system enhances the bond between teammates, featuring classic Digimon alongside new and surprising ones. The game boasts a deep, immersive story filled with unique humans and Digimon, as well as a strategic Digimon training system, making it a truly special RPG. The story revolves around bonds that transcend time and worlds. One of Digimon's core themes is the connection between humans and Digimon, and this time, that bond will cross both time and dimensions, including past and future, humans and Digimon alike. The trailer prominently featured time-related elements, and players will travel back and forth between the human world and the digital world on their adventure. Two fully developed worlds. This differs from the previous game, Cyber Sleuth, where the story was primarily set in cyberspace. The digital world is richly detailed, featuring unique Digimon specific to each region. Puzzles and quests take advantage of the world's unique map mechanics. Through digivolution, devolution, and customization, players can train their Digimon exactly how they want. A bond level system will play a key role, with a player's growth and connection with their Digimon influencing evolutions and battles. The game features turn-based battles where strategy, team composition, and customization will be crucial. And get this, familiar Digimon will appear alongside Digimon making their game debut. The game retains elements from past titles while introducing plenty of new features. Then the staff members, along with Terriermon himself, begin analyzing the trailer. While their comments are their own opinions rather than official game announcements, they discuss several interesting details. At the start of the PV, when an explosion shakes the human world, a familiar building seems to appear. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building, a real-life structure prominently featured throughout the Digimon franchise. They also note that two worlds are mentioned in the trailer, with one seemingly already destroyed, which puts the human world in serious danger. Next, they speculate that the silhouette, seen from behind in the following scene, could be Locomon. The forest area of the digital world appears, which just so happens to be where Terriermon Assistant used to live, or at least where Lopmon's place was. It also looks quite inhabited, as there are signs of life, such as a hammock hanging nearby. For the real world, they point out that Shinjuku is depicted before its destruction, along with Akihabara Electric Town, where the Radio Kaikan building is clearly visible. They also take note of the billboards displayed there, particularly one that reads, "Get back to work," which highlights the game's attention to detail. Fans praised the detailed recreation of Nakano in Cyber Sleuth, and this level of world building seems to be continuing here. As for the enemies, they speculate that one of the red-eyed figures resembles Metal Greymon based on its horns, but there's no way this Digimon could be an enemy, right? Then, shadowy figures appear, and while they are ominous enough to be perceived as threats, they don't quite look like humans or Digimon. Since the word anomaly appears in the trailer, they theorize that these beings might have been born from some abnormality in the digital world and now pose a threat to the real world, with Digimon fighting against them. Finally, the protagonists appear, or at least what they assume to be the protagonists. They speculate that these characters might not be the main heroes, but rather supportive figures, possibly playing the role of friends to the player. Then, Agumon is revealed, and this Digimon looks strikingly human, especially in close-up shots of its face. To be featured so prominently in the trailer, especially with a close-up shot, it must have an important role in the story. Then, the protagonists are seen running in front of Alta in Shinjuku. The people there seem completely fine, oblivious to the looming tragedy, and to the protagonists themselves. It almost looks as if they can't see them. Could this mean the characters managed to restore the world, possibly by going back in time and rewriting events? This is starting to feel like Life is Strange double exposure, and that's just my personal take, not theirs, but I hope it's not that intricate. The staff also comment on the protagonists' outfits, which resemble some kind of space police attire. One particularly interesting detail I liked is a shot where the protagonist is holding a weapon, some kind of pistol. What's the purpose of that? If Digimon are the ones fighting, why does the tamer need a weapon? Honestly, I've always wanted a Digimon game to incorporate some kind of shooter element, even if I know that's not the series' focus. But Digimon has experimented with plenty of things before: racing, card battles, and more. So why not this? Plus, humans are often completely helpless. A tamer can't always just sit back and wait for their Digimon to protect them. Digimon are already busy enough fighting. Why not let the tamer defend themselves too? Of course, they'd still give their Digimon orders during battle, but at least they wouldn't be entirely powerless. That said, I've always liked the approach where Digimon act on their own. They have their own special moves. Who better to decide when and how to use them than the Digimon themselves? I get that the human is usually seen as the brains, while the Digimon is the brawn, but I'm not entirely convinced by that idea. There are many kinds of Digimon, some more strategic than others, just like there are different types of people. Going back to the pistol, maybe it's not even a weapon. It could be some kind of device. Maybe it's used to open time portals, trap enemies, send them back to the past, or even fast-forward time. They note that both the protagonist's hair color and Edgeomon feature red as an accent color. The environment, on the other hand, has a strong blue presence, making the red stand out even more. There are also scenes of characters riding Digimon and traveling together, which is a brand new feature for Digimon games. Well, there was a collaboration with a Chinese mobile game where you could ride your Digimon, and of course, Digimon Masters Online among others. But in a PS or PC game of this kind, this is a first. While this could be every fan's dream, finally being able to ride Garurumon, it might also imply that different types of transportation will be needed: land, air, and sea. If we don't have a marine Digimon, for instance, we might not be able to fully explore certain areas. They speculate that the sphere appearing when the protagonist wields that weapon resembles the O symbol in the game's logo. However, the one that matches the most is a blue sphere that appears near the beginning of the trailer, almost like a time motif, like gears turning. Terriermon was right to point that out. Maybe all those 6-second quiz bombardments have his brain working at full capacity now. The O symbol is also engraved on the protagonist's pants. Could that be the emblem of some kind of space police force? Maybe Time Stranger is actually the name of this organization? They might be mixing terms here with Digimon Seekers, though. Then they dropped a bombshell. An exclusive clip shown only on the Terriermon Assistant program. The special footage revealed a blue building with luminescent time structures at its center, where a Digi-Egg was being held between them. Just as the clip seemed to build towards something major, it cut off, right when the egg appeared to be on the verge of hatching. The structure itself reminded me of Revolutionary Girl Utena, specifically the Absolute Destiny Apocalypse scene. But then again, this kind of spiral formation is a common design that can remind each person of something different, whether it's genetic structures or anything that moves upward in a concentric hypnotic pattern, and even a quantum computer, similar to the one shown with Quantumon in Digimon Ghost Game. The whole scene had a sacred majestic aura, and Terriermon mentioned that maybe he was born there. Future updates will be shared at Digimon Con. 2025 is shaping up to be a massive year for Digimon. Comments about the upcoming game or anything else are always welcome. And with that, he signed off in style, borrowing a special move from the trailer, Gaia Force.